How will Rose feel when she starts getting busted up? Right there. That's the timing and distance that Rose has. Very interesting. She's very educated with her footwork and her movements.
She's gotten so good defensively, and again, still a developing fighter in a lot of respects at 25. Now a little gamesmanship from Namajunas.
It's a great message to send to someone who's usually the psychological bully. Hey, dropping my hands, I'm ready for you, I'm not afraid.
Oh, flip to the left. And beautiful movement. She is getting the better of these exchanges.
Like you said, Joe, she's not going wild. She's not looking for finish. She's resetting.
Yeah.
Very educated with her approach, even when she's successful. Not a lot of fighters can do that.
A little bit of swelling on the right side of the face of Namajunas as we go under 3 minutes here in this second round of a possible 5.
Oh, that was a hard leg kick right there. Ooh, look at that. Counter left. Oh, Thug Rose. Slid right out of the way. Look at that head move. Beautiful slip.
She's unorthodox, but she's tight with her hands, very high. Great combination by Namajunas.
Numbers pretty close overall, but an advantage in the head strikes for Rose Namajunas. She's already landed 22 to Jedrzejczyk's Baker's dozen. Just over 2 minutes here, round 2.
Nice knee to the body there by Joanna. Oh,
stuck her there.
Oh, referee saying no.
You hear the Namajunas corner calling for her to work the body.
The corner saying she's looking for a way out, Rose.
Finger did get her in the eye. We're seeing a replay right now. Did scrape the eyelid with the finger. But so far, the psychological and tactical advantages, Rose Namajunas. Now, when I'd hold up for 5 rounds, remember, a lot of fighting left to go.
Oh, she flipped to the left. This is crazy. It's so interesting to see her getting the better of these exchanges because we didn't think of her as like this big striker before.
And also, the left hook is what ended the fight last time.
Yes.
You'd imagine Jedrzejczyk would go back to the gym, and that would be her number one priority is taking care of that left hook, and it's been landing all night.
Well, it's possible that she had in her head that that last fight was a fluke, and it was because of her bad weight cut, and that Rose just got lucky. She's finding out now that is not the case. I'm sure she was weakened by the weight cut, but there's more. There's more going on here. She's dealing with a girl who's emerging as a real champion.
My question leading into this fight, did Rose Namajunas have a great fight, or is she a great fighter? So far, she looks like a great fighter.
She looks like a great fighter. Now, here's the thing. Rose will do crazy stuff. She will throw up flying arm bars.
That would be the time to do it. Yeah. A few seconds left.
A few seconds left in the clinch. Using that head.
Nice knee there by the former champ after she landed.
An athlete, it's just very cool to see.
And I think he's a calming influence because he's not afraid to be a little bit goofy with her.
Joanna with the glove touch.
Yep. They've been friendly at the end of rounds. There's been a good job kind of mentality that certainly wasn't there at the weigh-in.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of mutual respect going on here. Oh, she clipped her.
Jedrzejczyk smiling that one off.
And I think part of it is Jedrzejczyk coming to the realization, man, she's really good.
Yeah.
She's got my respect. She could have said all day, last one was a fluke, blah, blah, blah. Now, regardless of how this fight turns out, she's in there with a great fighter and she knows it. That's where the respect, I think, is coming from.
I think you're absolutely right.
Just amazing when you think about all those title defenses, all the striking numbers, the accolades for Jedrzejczyk, and at least in this 1+ fight rivalry, she has met her match in some respects.
In a lot of respects, I believe.
Well, you got to go back to Rose losing when, she was younger and she just didn't have this kind of mental strength and all these tough fights that she's had inside the octagon with Karolina Kowalkiewicz. And now you see her here as a champion defending her title at 25 years of age. You're just seeing her emerging as a top talent.
And as you referenced earlier, she's talked a lot about the confidence that training for several camps with Valentina Shevchenko has given her.
Yes.
That's a naturally bigger woman that she has held her own with.
Yeah, that's gigantic. And also a world-class striker. I mean, we saw Valentina against Holly Holm. We saw her against just some of the best of the best in 135. Ooh, right hand over the top. But when she lost to Carla Esparza, go back to that Rose, and there's no resemblance to this Rose.
Now, Jedrzejczyk has done a nice job beating up that lead leg of Rose Namajunas. She has landed a lot of leg kicks. Under 3 minutes now in round 3.
The thing about Jedrzejczyk stylistically is she's generally a combination puncher. She wears you down. She kind of gets your rhythm and timing. She's generally not a one punch, totally changes the fight kind of fighter.
Yeah.
She usually sets you up with a lot of stuff. That initial stuff, those setup punches, the jab, the lead hook, they aren't working. So the rest of her game is a little bit behind. She's never been a low one-punch kind of fighter.
She's landed a nice head kick that was partially blocked to the right hand behind it. Joanna getting confident here.
Yep.
Oh, check that one.
Later tonight, don't miss a complete recap of all the action in Brooklyn on our UFC 223 post-fight show right after the main event on FS1 or stream it live on Fox Sports Go. If you're in Canada, you can find it on TSN.
Oh, back fist.
I'm curious to see if Rose's footwork, her angling, the mobility that's been so effective in this fight stays as good as it has been in rounds 4 and 5. That's a big question.
2 hard leg kicks there from Joanna.
Yeah.
That's going to take a lot of that mobility away.
Trying to put money in the bank.
Yep, chipping away at that left leg.
Now, Namajunas did see a 5th round against Paige Van Zandt before finishing her in the 5th. It was a fight in which she passed her guard 14 times, landed 8 takedowns. So we haven't seen her in as many 25-minute championship fights, but
Joanna's starting to really land leg kicks. There's another one. And those are brutal.